Ooh, wasn't that all just kind of combobulated?
Hey,
Hey,
gamer.
long time no see, guys. Hey, gamer guy. I'll tell you, that book is actually really interesting, and the guy's voice is so mellow and soothing, and he sounds like this professor. And when he says the F word, I just keep laughing.
I wasn't ready.
Hey, Elisa. When Shredder said it, it was so Shredder. You know, nothing that Shredder said surprised me in Lullaby. But when he speaks, it's like, ooh, hey, Benton, wait a couple minutes. This is not going to be. Oh, let me open up Discord real quick.
Yeah, it's 11 and I had to make some coffee. I am so sleepy.
Yeah, this is not going to be a long one. Hey, Kimmer. Hey, Julianne. This little girl, though, my gosh, is she cute. I don't know what to think. Let's go over what we know and let's see what we think about this one.
Poor baby.
And then we'll watch the interview. The father broke my heart. Let me just get everything organized. I did make notes, H Bird. I made some notes. This little girl, and hopefully StreamYards is not gonna not load a window tonight. And I am having a little snow, so
A little.
all right, let's see. Hey GB. Yeah, it's a little here we go. Before we get into the article, I really just have to show you guys how cute she is. Look at her little face. Hi,
She's a
Debbie.
little princess.
Hi, Debbie from Tucson, Arizona. Hey, Pamela. Look at that little face. I mean, is she not the cutest little thing?
She is. Poor baby.
She is actually a refugee to San Antonio from Afghanistan. Her and her family have been here since 2019.
I mean, to have already gone through so much and then now this.
She is Pamela. Let's get into this. It's a very brief story. There's a little bit of an interview, but I want to go by and see where she was taken because this is just. The Islamic Center has increased the reward for the little girl to $20,000. FBI reviewing footage. So, the local law enforcement, the FBI, are examining footage from multiple sources to try to and find missing 3-year-old girl. The San Antonio Police Department provided updates at a press conference, which we're going to watch. on the ongoing search for Lina Sardar Khil. Lina went missing Monday, December 20th, from the playground at her family's apartment complex, which we're going to go have a drive by. Chief William McManus said the first hours are very important in missing persons cases like this, but added time is passing quickly. So we're going into the 23rd day. Early on is very important. Unfortunately, I have to say the longer time lapses, the less hopeful we become, McManus said during the press conference. Look at her little bracelets. Lena's family are refugees from Afghanistan who arrived in San Antonio in 2019. Lena's father, Riaz Sardar Khil, Tuesday night, he said that he and his wife believe she was abducted. McManus said they are still treating the case as a missing person case and not an abduction. Interesting. However, McManus adds he did request FBI's child abduction unit. Canines did pick up a scent when the search began Monday night, but lost it and haven't been able to pick it up since then. Look at her. Look at those little bracelets. Look at look at her little bracelets.
She's a little lady. Like, she is so cute.
Yeah, she is cute. Okay. The Islamic Center of San Antonio is now offering a $10,000 reward to anyone who provides information to help authorities. The Islamic Center of San Antonio on Facebook. SAPD has a command center at its downtown headquarters and the USAA campus near the apartments where they are examining video footage from doorbell cameras or personal videos along with FBI agents. On Thursday, police will continue to search the area surrounding the apartment complex. McManus says investigators now have an interpreter to help them bridge a language barrier they had earlier.
You know, it's interesting they don't have it in like Spanish or any other languages. They only have it in English, and I don't know what her language would be called, but
well, it's in Arabic because it's from the Islamic Center of San Antonio.
But I mean, if it were an abduction, it could be somebody else. And you would think everyone should be on the lookout.
Exactly, but it comes from the Islamic Center of San Antonio, and they speak in Arabic, so they would put it out. Maybe for that people that do not understand English to them would see in their language. She's still so cute though. Look at this picture right here. Hey, my elderly cats. You know, it might be out in Spanish too. I don't know if the Islamic Center would put it in Spanish. I don't know.
I mean, it is San Antonio.
Yep. It sure is. All right, let me go find the interview. The dad. Oh my gosh. Exactly. Bring this baby home. Where is she? But like Iconic was saying, there's so much. Tell them because she lives near this area, so there's so much. I'm even sad to say it.
There's a lot of trafficking once you start getting down towards that area, and even further south. That's just a common thing. It's really scary to think about. And then I guess on top of it, there are a lot of refugees coming in. It's hard to keep track of everything and everybody.
You're absolutely correct. And the fact that that book is getting very interesting, my elderly cat. He switched his tone up every time he says the F word. I'm like, ah! I thought you were a nice man. So the mom and her were at the playground at the complex. And then I don't know how mom would ever walk away from to do whatever she did. Hopefully, we'll find out in the press conference. But how? I don't think I would leave. I know I wouldn't walk away and go inside. Just, mm,
The
not,
unknown amount of time part bothers me.
we're about to find out what the press conference says. Did that book put Kaz to sleep, I wonder?
It might have.
This one right here keeps coming back. I just don't get it. It's got to be like 100 accounts. I mean, a little girl playing on the playground. We're going to go by and see the apartments too. You have to wonder, like, were there any other children playing on the playground? Is it somebody that was watching from like an apartment building who has been watching the little girl? That's creepy. And unfortunately, that evil exists all over. But I do want to look at the pedophiles in the neighborhood.
I'm just hoping for a Cleo Smith part 2 with this situation.
Yeah, me
Let's
too.
find her alive.
I forgot to click the audio box. Me too. All right, so this is 11 minutes. I'm going to mic down. Volume should be good. Wait, let me make sure we're not at 100 so I don't, yep, blow your guys' eardrums out. Can you guys hear it okay?
No.
Hang on. Can you guys hear it okay? Yeah, it's on. I can hear it on my phone. It's just them talking like in the. Let's move up a little bit. Watch your ears, guys.
Everybody ready?
Hey, Kara. Hi, Purple Butterfly.
Yes. So I'm going to give you an update on what we've been doing.
Hi,
I'll tell you
Izat
up front that
Shah.
we have not had much
Hello, Izat Shah.
success in trying to determine where Lina is right now, but I'll tell you what we've been doing to try to get there. But first, I want to thank a number of people who have been assisting us in this search that are not involved in our department. So I want to thank the FBI for their assistance. Last night, I spoke to the assistant agent in charge and asked them if they would send their child abduction rapid response team. But I want to make clear that we are not treating this as an abduction right now. They can provide resources that we don't have to assist us in the search. We are not treating it as an abduction right now. We are treating it as a missing person. I want to thank the FBI for that and their continued assistance. USAA, who has been very gracious to allow us to set up our command post on their grounds. VIA, who helped transport our cadets this morning from the academy to help search. They searched a number of wooded areas in that area. The Red Cross, SAPOA, and the 100 Club for providing food to all those that are working out there. HEB, who has also provided us assistance in providing food for the workers and some other things, and a couple of community leaders Saqib Sheikh, who's with the National Children's Education Center, and Noor Mohammed, who is one of the community leaders that has been helping us connect with the community in that apartment complex. They've all been instrumental in helping us carry out our duties as they're related to this search. So right now we've got two different command centers. We've got one at UTSA, and we've got one here at headquarters. The one here at headquarters is reviewing videos that we've gathered along with help from the Bureau, and they're accessing other resources that are only available within this building as opposed to at the command post. Our search is continuing. Tomorrow we will continue to search the areas that surrounding where we've already searched. We will continue making as much contact with the community as we can, trying to find someone who knows anything about Lina. And I mentioned it yesterday that if anyone has any information at all, whether you think it may be helpful or not, let us make that determination. 210-207-7660 is the number to call. That is our missing person section, and that information will be passed on immediately to those working the ground on this case. And that's all I have for you right now. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, we don't have any further information as to where Lina may be right now.
But you say you do have video footage that you're looking at. Is there anything that shows a person of interest, a vehicle, anything that we could tell people to look out for?
Yeah, no, we would put that out immediately if we did. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of video footages that we've recovered, and we continue to look for more video that may be out there that we've overlooked, but we have not come across anything yet that may help us as far as the video goes.
Chief, can you talk about the difference between the case being handled as an abduction versus a missing person case?
Yes, if it were an abduction, we could either be looking for an individual, or we would have evidence of the child being abducted, and hopefully a tag number or a suspect to go along with that. Right now, we don't have any of that, so we're treating it as strictly as a missing person. That may change, but right now, it's still a missing person.
Chief, can you talk about the communication barrier with trying to get that message across to the community, the Afghan community, in that process?
I think that we've resolved our communications issues right now. We have an interpreter that things are flowing smoothly with that being said. But initially it was because, again, the dialect that was spoken by the family was not a common one, I'm told.
Emily, do you have a question? One more question.
Yeah, what kind of footage are you reviewing? Is it like video from Ring doorbells, or is it from the apartment complex?
Is anything that we can come across. Anything that we find, we're going to review. Whether it's a Ring or whether it's somebody's personal videos, a house video. No matter what type of video it is, if it has information on it that we're interested in, then that's what we're looking for.
Have any community groups reached out to the police department in hopes of helping, whether it's in the surrounding areas you guys maybe aren't searching? Have they reached out with canines or services like that?
We brought in canines from out of the area, from a missing person that specializes in missing persons. We brought them in the first night that we started our search. They picked up the scent initially, lost it, and we've not been able to pick it up since. The community at large has been very, very helpful in our efforts to find Lina. They've been very cooperative. Anything that they could offer, they did. The two leaders that I mentioned in the Muslim community have been very helpful. We've been putting things out on social media in that dialect, in Arabic, in hopes that someone will, maybe able to help us out.
Chief,
One
how
more question, guys.
how important is the first hours in a case like this?
Early on is very important. And then, unfortunately, I have to say that the longer the time lapses, the less hopeful we become.
And I noticed you're working with the FBI. What about Bear County Sheriff's Office? Are you reaching out for any other local agencies to help?
No, we have not solicited from the sheriff's office.
Chief, as a parent, what do you say to other family members that live in that community or just in San Antonio in general? There's a lot of fear for any person that has children. You think they can play outside?
You know, I think at this point, with all the publicity that's behind this, there's probably not a parent who would leave their child alone for a second at that age going forward. So obviously you have to take natural precautions, normal precautions when you're out with your child at any public place. You have to take precautions.
Henry, one more question and then we'll wrap up.
Do you mind, if you haven't already elaborated, what resources this FBI team has that you all don't that is helping in this case?
Sure, they can. If we have video that's not real clear, they can work on their end to clarify any video footage that's not clear. They have resources, they have boots on the ground.
Hello?
That are helping us canvass the area, and then there's a collaborative.
Hang on, guys. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, Ezhat. Can we finish watching this video and then we can talk to you?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Not at this point.
so still local. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Yeah. Two things. Sheikh, the resource that Chief mentioned is Muslim Children and Education Center. Muslim Children and Education Center. That's what
I
the
said,
Chief.
I'm sorry, I said UTSA by mistake. It's actually USAA. USAA.
Which is
around.
Yeah, the campus.
Yes, yes. Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. The floor is yours. You can introduce you. Who you're related to?
Okay, so my name is Izat, which is EZAT, and I live in Cedar Park, which is close to Austin. But the thing is, like, the Afghan community, there may be like 300 families in Austin and probably 100, 150 in San Antonio. So we know one another and we congregate. We sometimes go to San Antonio to play cricket. So that guy is kind of an acquaintance, not a friend, only an acquaintance that I know of. Like here in Austin and in San Antonio, every Afghan family, they know the other family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is like, it has a cultural background. We people stay too connected.
Very close.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, so this guy, he has been in the US for like almost 2 years. And unfortunately, this is a reality in the Afghan community and also people who are from the East. Like in the East, they do not attend the children because unfortunately, this may be a bit strange to some Americans, but personally, I believe that kids are more safe out there than in the US. And then, yeah, there can be, and there are reasons for that. Like in those countries, you cannot mess around with kids.
No.
They will not send you to the court, but they will directly send you to hell.
You are correct.
Yeah, so that is the problems. Like some Afghan families, they haven't adapted to the US realities, you know? So they will have like 5, 6, 7 children, and they will be like playing outside, maybe in the park, maybe in the on the road, in the parking lot, and the mom will be at home. Dad will be doing Uber or Lyft, or maybe like employed by a private security company.
But listen, even though she's like 3 years old, so the mom was not at the playground with her? Because I have it
Uh,
on maps where she went missing from.
so the thing is, it's the same. Like in the US, the mom may not be giving all the information because the blame will go on the mom ultimately, you know? Uh, so I believe the mom was absent for some time because she is pregnant. So she was
Mm-hmm.
not, yeah, she was not there for probably maybe like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
How
And it
far
is
along? How far along is she pregnant?
since I believe 3 months or maybe 3.5, 4 months.
So the baby was outside hanging out with all the other kids.
Yeah. So the thing is, like the Afghan families here in Austin and San Antonio, especially those who have recently moved to the US, they still have like that Afghan mindset. So they will be either outside or they will be in one another's home. So, like, suppose my children may be like in my friend's home, and I will say, okay, they are there, and that is like normal with these people.
That makes sense.
Uh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is a normal practice. These people do that in Pakistan, in India, in Afghanistan. Children are playing on the road and no one even like there messing around with them, you know?
So,
So they, yeah,
but do they say like that when she went missing, was she at the playground? Because we looked through here for the playgrounds, I put it up on maps, and there's not a playground in their community, but like literally
a
three
dog
buildings
area.
away.
There is
Okay.
a dog area, you know? So maybe like Afghan kids, so they can play anywhere, you know?
And is this the complex right here on the screen?
Yeah, this is the complex on the screen. Actually, I haven't been to this complex, but the thing is, you know, like whatever. So, like, I am on the social media groups where all the Afghan members are, you know. So, as far as I know, this is the complex, and the thing is, the dad
Mm-hmm.
was not at home. The mom, in the beginning, she was thinking, okay, she may be somewhere in another family unit, you know. And later
Mm-hmm.
on, when she realized, okay, she is not there, she is not out there, then that was when they started like panicking.
And what about the people that were around her? I mean, do they see like did they see anything? Do you think maybe it was somebody that actually lived in the complex that was not part of like the culture that maybe was watching her and took her? I mean, what are they thinking?
So there are like a couple of obstacles. One obstacle is the language. So these, you know, women, majority of these women, they cannot speak English. Probably 97, 98%.
Are her
They
is her family Hindu or are they
no, her
Muslim?
No, 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 no. In Afghanistan, okay, let me also clarify a few facts for the audience and you people as well. So Afghanistan is 99% Muslim majority country. So
Okay.
they're from Afghanistan. And the second thing is the language they speak is the Pashto language. So Pashto doesn't have to do anything with Arabic. It's not
Ah.
it's not even derived from the Arabic language. It is considered to be derived from Hebrew language or probably the Indian Persian language.
Ah, okay.
Only the alphabets we use are the Arabic alphabets. The rest, there is no connection between Pashto language with the Arabic language. One thing. Uh, a lot of Americans, you know, they do not know uh, about these facts, which is like associated with Afghanistan. Uh, And the
Yeah, I
second thing
get.
is the second thing is in Afghanistan, we speak two languages. One is Persian language, one is Pashto. So Persian
Uh,
language is spoken by half of the population, another half of the population speak Pashto. And Pashto language is spoken in two countries, mainly. One is Afghanistan, like around 15 million, 16 million people, they speak Pashto in Afghanistan, and 50 million people speak Pashto in Pakistan.
so let me ask you, what were you saying that besides the language, what are you listening from the community that you think, and the
Well,
groups that you
everyone,
think happened that day? Like the last time, who was the last one that saw her?
okay, I will tell you one other thing. Majority of these Afghans, they are either doing Uber, they are doing Lyft, or they are in private security companies. So majority of them live in probably in low income houses or in houses having like terrible rating, probably 2.5, 2.6, where you can find a unit for 500, 700, $600. And majority of those complexes are concentrated by ex-convicts, drug dealers, prostitutes, and people in the rehabilitation process.
But but I get what you're saying. But besides all of that, what are they talking about? The last time she was seen, who
They
saw
were
her?
they were with the kids, and now the problem with the kids is the majority of the kids, they also do not speak English so well, and maybe the cops know, they should be having some information till now. And everyone, like in our community, they believe that maybe, so the probability is that maybe some neighbors are involved, or maybe someone from the outside who knew that in this place there are unattended kids.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no way that every single one of those units are Pakistan or Afghanistan. There's got to be some Americans in there. And we know that there are a lot of sexual predators in this world.
Yeah. So there was
So,
one thing like roaming around on this.
do they
Yeah.
mention that maybe she was in a car? They saw a car drive by. Do they mention a dog, a weird person hanging out at the dog park with a dog with kids petting the dog or something? Anything like that?
No, there is no information of such a nature till now. If there is any, that would be with the cops, and they may not like reveal it at this point.
Well, no, they'll definitely keep some things that only the person knows, definitely close at the vest.
Yeah, but I can tell you one thing, like the family. So I went to another room. In that room, like there were 50, 60 people. They were talking about the child marriage and child bride and things like that. So those are like isolated incidents and isolated cases that happens, unfortunately, in Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, and all those countries. But I can tell you it's not like related to the family. It's not a family issue. It is either a neighbor or someone like from the outside, some creep, child molester from the outside has taken the girl.
Yeah, I'm looking at the sexual offender list actually around that neighborhood safety, and there are 0 within 5 mile radius, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, or maybe that is child trafficking as well.
Oh, unfortunately, you are correct about that too. It's very scary.
Yeah,
But it had, and the FBI said that they really are looking at a lot of iconic. What do you have to say? You know about the security footage, what they're looking at.
I
yeah.
do not actually, but I was wondering, so there's real no one's really looking at her as just wandering off at this point. It's more of a somebody probably has her.
At 3 years old, I do not see a baby wandering off. It's
And one more thing, she may not be 3. She may be 4, or she may be 4.5. But one problem in Afghanistan is that women, they usually give birth to children at home. So there is
But
no
yeah,
like
she's
yeah.
actually 3 years old.
But what he's saying is they don't necessarily actually keep up with the age of the child, so that might be
Ah,
the explanation.
Yeah, yeah. And if you see, if you have Afghans in your Facebook, majority of them are celebrating their birthday on the 1st of January because
Ah,
they have no idea, what the exact date of their birthday is. So they would put like 1st January, Like in my friends list, every year I have to send like at least 500 friends a happy birthday message on the 1st of January. I mean, literally.
that's actually really awesome.
so I did hear on an interview that I haven't been able to find that the father really took this really hard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will tell you one thing. The Afghan people in particular, they're so connected and they have like so strong ties and connection between siblings, between mom, dad, between parents and children. And for them, like a child is everything. And for a child, parents, they are everything. It is a
Okay, you see the
bit
map?
different. It
You
is a
see
bit
the map?
different. Yeah.
Those are all of the sexual offenders that are near that address. And when you scroll off the map, it will name everyone and what they have done, which I'm not going to read because I'll put the link in the chat. But this is how scary this world is. That there is this many people that are
And there
on and
there
these are
can
only people
be
that have actually put themselves on the list. Some people decide not to even do that.
one other possibility as well. Like majority of these Afghan, they have issues with the neighbors. In terms of like in a average Afghan family, there will be like 5, 6 children. And all of them, they don't know how to live in an apartment complex. So they will be jumping around, and then the neighbor beneath them would be having like a lot of issues and complaints. This is what is happening with majority of my friends who have families, I mean big size families with children and living in the apartment complexes.
Wait, wait,
This
wait,
can
wait,
be,
wait.
yeah.
Are you saying that you are thinking that? Wait, let me ask you this question. Do you think that maybe something happened to the little girl on accident and they're covering something up? The
not not
family?
the not the family, no. In the family they
Okay.
will not cover it up.
Okay, so yeah, the father. I heard that he was like broken down on the floor, and somebody had to peel him off the floor. I haven't seen that yet, but I will look for it. But so you're saying that something could have happened to that little girl with a neighbor, and they would have hid the fact that something happened to her?
That is a possibility because a lot of
Oh
my
shit!
friends in Austin and San Antonio, they have issues with the neighbors
Wow.
just because their children, they do not know how to live in an apartment complex. They have like back in Afghanistan, they were living in houses and they were like jumping around, playing around, and they are doing the same thing in the apartment units, which is, if I am a neighbor and someone is, making noise 24/7, I will be offended. And some of these Afghans, they really have issues with the neighbors. I will not like blame their neighbors for having issues with them. If I have like a noisy kind of neighbor, like I will also be having, at least I will go and make a complaint. Maybe this is also a possibility, but we can only explore the possibilities at this point.
Well, now I'm going to be investigating with my team as other kids have gone missing. But let me ask you too. It would probably be easy enough considering that they say that they refuge here in 2019 from Afghanistan, correct?
Yeah.
So would it be easy actually if a kid did go missing to not report the child missing, and who would really even know, right? In that community.
No,
No one. If you didn't
no,
report it, right?
Well, he's
no,
saying they're
no.
very close knit, though.
But the thing is, if a child is missing, they are so close with one another that they cannot hide it for even one day.
So then somebody who was not in the close knit of this family has something to do with this little girl missing.
I believe so. That is my opinion, and let's see how it goes. But that is my opinion. Either a neighbor or someone from the outside, some creep who had information that in this apartment complex, children are unattended. So I believe that can be like a crime of opportunity.
Exactly. But the question is who was, hey, Mercedes, who was around, who was watching? Because, like I said, there's no way that there is not any other races and nationalities living in that building.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of creepers out there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, how long was it, do you think, until the mom realized the baby was missing?
I think it was within 2 hours. Because first the mom had to search for her in the apartment complexes, and then she thought maybe she is like in the home of XYZ,
Mm-hmm.
because that is what they routinely do. They would go to one another's home. Kids will be in one person's home, and then they will come to another person's home, and then like within 2 hours they realized that no, something is wrong, and that was when they approached the authorities.
I get exactly what you're saying. I bet you she was panicking too, and then to be pregnant, I can't even imagine.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah, and I believe like she is, even now she may be not telling the entire story the uh, because of the fact that people will blame her, and especially like in the Afghan community, the American women, they have jobs to do, so they don't have enough time for gossiping. But Afghan women, the immigrants, majority of the women, they are unemployed, so they have all the time for gossiping and then putting blame on someone. And this abduction may be their discussion point for 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 year, I don't know. So maybe the woman is not telling everything the way it happened,
Yes,
just
yes.
to avoid the blame.
But she did call the police
Yeah, her family called the police.
because honestly, if you didn't call the police, who would honestly know how long it would be until she was reported missing? You
That's
know?
Yeah.
exactly.
She is so cute. I mean, so Kara wants to know, what about other refugees that might have lost a child recently? Like, let me ask you, do you think that somebody else in there could kidnap her and keep them as their own, or people probably definitely know
No,
who
no,
she is?
not in the Afghan community. They cannot do that because like they have so much, like interaction with one another. They go to one another's homes, houses on a regular basis. They do congregations. So, like
Mm-hmm.
for example, there will be like 20 Afghan men coming to someone's home, and then in addition, 20 Afghan women. They would congregate separately in different rooms or maybe in different facilities, but they would come once in a while, like after 2 weeks. Okay, let's go to this guy's home, or maybe this guy is inviting the community members, and then the other guy's turn, then that guy is inviting the community members. uh, so they meet one another frequently, and a crime like that in a typical American family where you do not like meet people that often, that may go unnoticed for some time, but not in the Afghan community, who are so like connected with one another.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm.
The question is then somebody was there, somebody was watching her, and somebody took her.
Yeah, and let's see, and I can tell you, like, it's not the family. It's not the family.
Oh, yeah. This honestly, like we follow a lot of children that go missing, and this one screams like abduction to me.
Yeah, it looks like abduction. Okay, ma'am, it was my pleasure speaking
One
with you
more
people.
question: Do
Yes,
they
please.
know which what was she wearing? It was that's right, she was wearing a red dress, but she didn't wear her hair covered all the time. The little girl did. She or in this picture,
No.
what is she doing? What is she reading?
So she is reading the Quran.
The Quran.
Not the Quran, but these are like the basic lessons for understanding the Quran. Like these are the Arabic
Ah,
alphabets, just like A, B,
ah,
C, D, E, F, G,
yes.
H.
Okay. She is
Yeah,
so cute.
and that is the traditional dress, but Afghan families, they do not impose these things on a little child unless she is like 14, 15. Then they may ask her, to cover up.
One more question, and we are greatly thankful that you came in and came on. Pamela just wants to know, like they said they lost her scent. Where did they lose the scent, the dogs? Do you know?
The dogs, I didn't get the question. I'm sorry.
They said the canine dogs came out to follow her scent and they said that they lost it somewhere. They had her scent and then they lost it.
I have no idea about that.
Okay.
I can ask like I'm connected and too many Facebook groups with all these folks. I can ask, and if you need like any updates, I can provide you with updates. But I can tell you, like till now, everyone they only have ideas.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
we go live a lot, so you can come in and if you have any updates, you can let us know or you can maybe leave a comment under this video with an email and we can get back to you that way as well.
definitely. I will subscribe to your channel, and then I will just keep an eye on whenever you're online. I can come and I can share it with you people.
All right. Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
It was my pleasure. Have a wonderful night.
It
You
was
too.
nice talking with you.
Same here.
All
Same
right.
here.
Good night.
Take care. Bye.
What a nice man.
Yes, very, very informative.
Very. I mean, that was actually very interesting.
Yeah, we learned a lot actually.
I would, and when you think about it, when I went back to that screen with the area, it's just kind of like maybe somebody was watching and always seeing the kids playing together and alone and doing their thing. And I guess we're going to have to start looking who lives in that complex now. Just more stuff to start digging in. But very weird. I mean, what would
Hopefully
the
we'll
person
find
think
her.
that nobody would know that she was missing? Come on.
Maybe they'll find her before we wake up in the morning.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What else was it that we were going to look at on her real quick? I think we went to and saw where she went missing. I sent the link to the crazy people that live around.
Did you
And
have something on the
oh,
down
wait,
or no?
I did want to touch on something else tonight. Oh, yes, I do, guys. Hang on a second. There's someone else that's missing that Jay for Justice touched on. And after listening to this boy that's missing's mom's best friend, I tell you what, guys, I was just like, I didn't write his name down, but hang on. Let me go to my history. I don't know if Iconic knows about this one, but I happen to. I'm sure Jay wouldn't mind if I use her content for a second since Okay, I'm not gonna go into a lot of it, just a little bit. When the friend is on. This one is. This story reminds me of Adam Dodell. I don't know if you guys ever seen my Adam Dodell videos, but this reminds me of that.
Surrounded by brush.
Let me just get through this ad real quick. Hey Jay. I'll drop Jay's link. We all know who Jay is though. But this was touching.
Lost your phone. It did, find my phone. It doesn't.
One sec, guys.
The Gabby Petito case, she went missing. No one knew about her until they named her boyfriend or fiance a suspect. And the fact that he wasn't speaking, just, more media clicks. And the fact that his parents weren't speaking, more media clicks. There was a juicy story behind it. Okay, that's good.
So Brendan's 18 years old, correct?
Yes. 18.
Okay. Someone had asked in chat. Yes.
He's 18.
So he's a student at Grand Valley State?
Yeah, I'm going to only play the part where they talk about him and his missing poster in the story. This is just like, it's like a couple of missing cases in one. I see like Michael Bryson. I see Dante. Just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is how far from Michigan State?
I would say about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Oh, you guys, it's just a little bit of background noise.
Is that my
No, I'm not typing. No, I think it's just a little bit of background. It's not bad.
I honestly love her dreads.
Yeah.
I do. I love Jay's dreads.
Okay, so
like a lot of people in Michigan, I was speaking to one of my patients actually, who comes to Florida. She's a snowbird and she comes here. She's from Detroit area in Michigan. And I was speaking to her today. She had no clue about Brendan. No clue. I had to ask her if she could.
Hang on,
Okay,
guys.
so if he was coherent enough, and I don't know what.
just a case where this family needs our help. And we need to raise the awareness and just make everybody aware that this boy did not come home.
And that's
right.
why
That he did not show up where he was supposed to show up to.
We have to.
And I go back to that text or the Snapchat that he sent that he was lost.
Right.
And
That's
did
the
he
thing.
send a picture with it, like where he
No,
was at?
It was just a text, but the fact that they think he's in the river, maybe he fell in, maybe if my thinking and my logic behind it is that
what I gather from this is this boy didn't go to the UM. He was going there to a game. He got a Halloween costume. Some girlfriends were in a girl dorm. He was hanging out with them. And supposedly he was going back to another dorm where his friend was. And he was walking. And next thing you know, a Snapchat that he was lost. And then, boom, his phone pings and he is never heard from again.
okay, so if he was coherent enough, and I don't know what went on in the dorm, I don't know, and I don't want to speculate, but if their logic is he fell into the river, how would there are 60,000 undergrad students at Michigan State, okay? How if he was coherent enough to open up Snapchat and send a text to his friend, that's number one, and then on top of it recognize the fact that he's lost, that's number two, then he's coherent enough to walk straight and not fall in a river.
Can I tell you, I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm baffled. So I just pulled up the map, like the Google map, to look at that river because I've never been there. So I want to.
There was trash everywhere Saturday after the game. There were, because in Michigan, I guess you get 10 cents or 5 cents for these for returning cans. There was like stacks and stacks of cans and garbage and, you know, hot dogs. And I've never seen my campus like this before. Wouldn't you know, Sunday morning, and this is before everyone.
You know, that's our challenge. You know, they've communicated that to the police.
Everywhere. If you see someone that looks like him, call 911.
Brendan drove from Grand Valley State University to East Lansing. He was going to the big game that weekend and even packed a Halloween costume for that Saturday night. Friday night, he was on his way from one dorm to another when he vanished.
He was at Yakeley Hall heading towards, I think they call it the Brody area, going to Rather Hall.
Those are his
walking by
parents, but you
himself. So
guys know this.
and that's where he was headed.
His cell phone was last pinged on his walk toward that hall here at Michigan Avenue and Beale late Friday night, shortly before midnight. It was the weekend of the Michigan State game, so the campus was packed with people.
Jog their memory, look at their phones. We know people were taking pictures, videos, anything that they think that may be him, if they could review those, send them into MSU PD. You know, they can look at them.
Brendan seemed to be in good spirits, his parents say. The last text messages he had were with his friends, telling them he was on his way.
He shared his location with one of the friends, so that all seemed normal, which is, you know, that's our challenge. You know, they've communicated that to the police. So like, yeah, he was texting us normal, and you know, his phone just went out.
Everyone said he was joking around as normal. He was just his normal self.
Brad and Wendy praying they can find their son and put their arms around him one day soon, but they need your help to get there.
So here's the deal. Remember, if you think you've seen Brendan, don't call the tip line right away. Call 911 so local law enforcement in that area can get involved. Any other tips can be dialed into 844-99-MSUPD. That's 844-99-MSUPD. Remember, the most important piece here, Monica, you don't have to leave your name, just the tip.
I do not think he's in the river. I think if he was in the river, he would have been found by now.
I was going to ask, what is the landscape around that area aside from the river?
Well, they kind of showed it right there, but she goes down to the river. 1 second, she shows you the road.
Enough to send someone a text that he was lost. If you're intoxicated, you are just walking because they're in-state rivals. But the Michigan State football team 100% was staying at Kellogg.
So it could have been where he got into a fight, maybe. You know, I mean, anything.
I don't know. I was thinking robbery gone wrong.
I feel like, you know, at this point, he could be.
All right, this is the area. Hang on, guys. So basically, it's like okay. So basically, you can see where the phone last pinged, and he's literally right outside the Kellogg's Conference Center and Hotel. It's like right in that area. But there's a river that you can see that runs right through there. But it's got like a fence line up, like a wire fence. We'll have to look more into it, but just weird. Just walking from a dorm to a dorm. Snapchat, he thought he was lost and never seen again. I know the car was found. He was leaving an all-girl dorm to his friend's dorm that I think was a guy.
Did he ask the wrong person for directions?
That's
It
girl.
sounds like there's a lot of people out.
We have to look. That's all I know. But I do know that his mother's best friend, who was on Jay's, is definitely willing to talk and spread the word. And if we can get flyers, you can email jforjustice@gmail and get the flyers that his best friend's mom, his mom's best friend, is putting out. Weird. Reminds me of Adam Dodo. But I'll look in a little bit to it. See if maybe we can reach out to her and see if she can give us like anything else that we missed. And then let me drop the link to this video to Jay for Justice. Yeah, so like weird, he was lost, which he wasn't from that area. Remember, he actually lived an hour and a half away. He was just going there to the game. He didn't go to the school. We'll look into it a little bit, but I really want to look into the surrounding area of this little beautiful girl. Anything else? Don't get tired on me, girl. It's
I
only 1 o'clock.
one other thing you wanted to talk about, but I don't know if you want to go into that yet
What is it?
on the time frame. But Malete, you were talking about something you wanted to update on that as well.
Yeah, I was going to go over the court documents on the Miliete, but with the custody hearing, a couple of things that I didn't know about that I found out regarding his parents, but that would probably be too long.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was
But
pushing.
wait a second, let me look for something real quick, because what is that psychic's name?
Reverend Donna Serafina.
I want to check one more thing from Twitter that I've got on Michael Vaughan. Hang on a second. That's right. I know that Michael Vaughan's mom was on Serafina. I'm pretty sure that's where she was. And I also, where is it? Where's Hummingbird?
She said be right back a few minutes ago. She had a phone call. I don't know if she's still gone though.
I can't find that Twitter link again. H Bird. Will the real H Bird please stand up? I can't see chat, guys. 1 sec. I'm looking for. If you guys could see the Discord messages between us, it's like not one thing is personal. It is every link, article, link, picture, link, article. If the FBI ever looked at my computer, I would definitely be locked up in a rubber room.
Oh, they think we're crazy.
H Bird, we need you. Ice cream, marijuana, eviction letters, aerials, luxury high-rise rentals from the Penthouse, hosted by Lily. I don't see it. Okay, what is that woman's name? Serafina, what?
Psychic Reverend Serafina.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I'm going to know how to spell that. Psychic what?
Reverend Serafina.
Okay, is there an H on the end of that, Sarah?
I think it's one word. Let me hold on.
Fena. Let me look at chat. Who is? Oh, BTU. Hello. Where did you see the mom? I'm gonna reach out to
Serapina. And yeah, there's the interview with the mom right there. Oh, Psychic Reverend Donna Serafina. My bad.
Is she the one that went and got a dog from Tennessee and named it Summer?
I don't know anything about that. I know what she did with Tylee and JJ, and I've maybe listened to her a handful of other times. But the Tylee and JJ thing blew me away.
Okay, so the video. That was
Yeah, I
the
think the
psychic
top
reading
of
to the
her
mom.
message.
Please share. But this one just, hang on, I gotta get a drink. Ooh, it's Okay, but is this where she's talking to his mom?
Whenever I just searched her channel to make sure I was spelling it right, she did do the interview with the mom. It's at the top of her whenever you hit search.
Michael Vaughan psychic reading?
Yes.
Okay. It says please share, so let me get her link. I don't know why I'm just like my allergies, I think, are just kicking into my throat right now. Excuse my sucking voice.
There might be a Juanita who did it as well. This is just the only
Wait,
psychic I know of.
Juanita. Yeah, Ari, who is the one where she's the psychic is talking to Michael Vaughan's mom? Juanita? This one says that it's just a psychic reading of the Fruitland boy. Let's just see real quick. And then I'll see if I can find the Serafina. Oh, they're talking about the dog. Okay, that was Juanita. I get it. All right. Did I hit the sound? Oh, jeez. I told you I turned into like a pumpkin after 12:30. I'm surprised I made it this long. Audio. All right, let's see what this is about. I'm just going to speed it up to 1.25. Oh, shit. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Damn. I hope nobody had earbuds in.
Whoops.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
This time I'd like to introduce Michael's mother, Brandy. Brandy is representing
He is
Vaughan,
so
the Vaughan family today.
gorgeous. I
She would
love
like
him
to,
so much.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for all being here today. My name is Brandy Neal, and I am Michael Joseph Vaughan's mama. I am here before all of you today on behalf of my family to speak about Michael. As much and everyone in our family wants to be up here in front of all of you today, I am here to speak on all of our behalf. I am here to ask you all, I'm here to ask you, please for your help. I am here to ask you to please keep Michael's face, his name, and his story in every one of your hearts, your eyes, and your minds. It has been 115 days. 115 days. He has not been home. And we need every one of you. I need you. I need your help to bring my baby home. I need you to see his beautiful smile. I need you to see how happy he is. That smile was one of our most favorite camping trips. He got to see his first beaver dam, and he got to catch so many frogs that day, and he was so excited. His beautiful blue eyes. He was so happy that day because I promised we would go get ice cream cones. And he laughed so hard because his baby sister got to have her first ice cream cone, and it was everywhere. We got to play at the park that whole day. It was warm, it was sunny, and we played catch, we played football until it got dark. I need you. I need your help, please. I need you to know how much Michael is loved. I need you to know how much he is missed. Our family is broken without him. We miss his laughs, his smiles. We miss his hugs. I need you to know. He is such a sweet, fun, exciting little boy. He brings such joy and love to our family and everyone that he knows and that knows him. Michael has a laugh that is beyond contagious. You can't help but smile and laugh when you hear his laugh. We need him home. I am asking for your help. I am asking for everyone's help. Please, please, if you know anything at all, if you know something, please, I am begging. This is my baby. This is my son. I need him home. I want him home. Please, I need your help to bring him home. I want to thank all of the community and the extended communities and everyone who continues to keep Michael in your thoughts, in your prayers, and in your eyes. Please keep sharing his picture. Please, any information to help bring my son home. I want to thank the Fruitland Police Department, the state, FBI. I want to thank all of them for their continued support. They have become family, and they are his son too. So please, please, please help me. Please help me bring my baby home.
I have to say something right there. You know, this is probably the. How many times do you think I've watched this interview?
We watched it like 6 times in a row once, and I know we watched it many more times on top of that, so who knows at this point.
All right, girl, you gotta pop out and come back in. Your voice just turned into Charlie Brown's mama.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. I think that she did anything to her son, though. I know she was at work, Miss Neal. But the tension between, I can feel something that's so harsh between them. It's almost like I wish I could understand and know what Chief Huff was thinking. It's just, I just can't put my finger on it.
You
But
see it a few times in his body language for sure.
yeah, and like some of the things that she says, and it's almost like it's like an instinct how he just kind of, especially at the end that we're coming up to, if she shows it, but to where he just, gosh, I just wish I knew what he was thinking when he gets ready to walk away. But we know she was at work. I just keep wondering. Let's finish this, and I'll say about the second interview she just did in the last video I dropped about Michael wandering off.
Please keep us please keep us all in your prayers. Anything, please help us bring our baby home.
This is about little Michael Vaughan, the little boy missing from Fruitland, Idaho. And his mother, Brandy, contacted me. We talked on Sunday on the phone, and she's broken, and I totally feel for her. And so we did a reading. Now, I just want to explain something without having to put on a bunch of makeup and film myself. I want to tell you guys that because it's such a sensitive situation, I was first telling her that we should possibly call her grandfather in and that he can kind of guide us through this. But then when I was meditating, I realized, I'm asking for Jesus Christ, I'm asking for the angels, and we should just trust and go that far. So then we do the reading, and lo and behold, they start giving me a whole lot of confirmation evidence anyway, but it's a grandfather who's still alive. So in no way, shape, or form am I suggesting in any way that that grandfather had anything to do with it. And that's why it's important to tell you the backstory of me and my plan to get information about the grandfather as a way of verifying that I'm legitimately connected here.
Oh, let's remember when the day that he went missing, they cannot understand what happened between 6:15 and 7 p.m. But we do know that pilot car that drove by is still not accounted for. But the mom was at work. The dad, Tyler, was home, supposedly changing the baby's diaper. The grandfather supposedly I thought was home too, but he really doesn't say too much, if anything. I'm not sure. But then he said he looked away for a minute and Michael was gone. And then, of course, Brandy says that he wouldn't have wandered, but he might have wandered to the corner. But that would be it. What would the odds be that the second he wanders through a corner, that there is a bad person driving by?
Right, especially in that little area.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I wish Donna would come in here. I've never, this is the first time I've ever listened to her.
So having said that, then it moves to a different building, and I don't feel that, I just feel so much for this mother. And we stopped right at this point where we got to this building, but this building does need to be searched again. If it's the same building that Brandy thought I was talking about in the reading, it needs to be searched again, including the upstairs where the offices used to be, if there's still a desk in there. And, it could be a totally different building. It definitely has these smokestack things on the top of it, like some sort of old abandoned factory type of thing, or building of some sort. And she felt like she recognized what I was talking about and felt that it was already searched, but she wasn't sure if the inside had been searched, and if so, with dogs. I did forward, of course, this reading on to FBI and local law enforcement. And, who knows if they're going to take me seriously or just dismiss it. I don't have control over that. So part of that is the reason I'm really going back and forth in my head. Should I upload this or not? But I want to help this mother, and I want to keep little Michael in the media, in the awareness of people, and hopefully they can bring this case to resolution. Dear God, I pray for Brandy. Dear God, I pray for Brandy, who is the mother of this little boy, Michael Vaughan, who is missing from Fruitland, Idaho. And I pray that I could help. Let's see what's going on here. That sounded like a message.
Okay, one sec, guys. They do say that it's very low on the other side from this. I guess she talks to the mom or something. Hey, Merrick.
Dear God, I pray for Brandy. I pray for this mother of Michael Vaughan I pray to be able to help her. I just pray to be able to help her. And I can't be into the sadness because I have to distance myself to be able to see whatever there's to see. But I pray that I somehow can help with what they need, with whatever they need, whatever law enforcement needs. And Brandy's in a lot of pain, and obviously wants her little boy home alive. And so I hope someone has him alive. That would be good. And that could be, it is a possibility. So we want to do everything we can to help. And I'm open to spirit. I'm asking for the power of Jesus Christ. I'm asking for Jesus Christ to lay your hand upon me and bless me for this reading, and to surround me in your love and to facilitate this communication. And I'm asking for Archangel Raphael to just surround us in healing energy. Just right now, just wash Brandy with healing energy, just surround her with healing energy. And I'm asking to surround me in a ball of healing energy as well. and the spirit persons that come forward. And I'm asking for such a ball of strong healing energy that no matter what the situation, we will feel healing energy and love and peace. I'm Brandy. Okay. So so what I do is I just try to almost go to sleep, not all the way asleep, but just enough where I can feel the spirit people or start receiving things. And then all you really have to do is like think about your son, which obviously you are. Is there any questions that you have before you start? I mean, about the reading, not about like everything else. I guess okay. So and then I want to. At first, I was thinking, oh, we should call your grandfather through and this and that. But then I was thinking, you know what? Because like, oh, I've been praying for like a couple hours and stuff, and I think we should just trust that the angels will do what they're supposed to do. But then I was meditating a few minutes ago. I saw something and I wasn't sure what it was related to. So that's the thing too. Don't jump to any conclusions just because I say I see something. But it was like I was meditating and then all of a sudden I started seeing this huge industrial fan. And then there was it seemed like a big metal warehouse. And I wasn't sure if I was placing it, I was like maybe wondering, is this a farm or orchard, or feeling like it was, but I wasn't sure if I was placing it there. But it was like for sure I was seeing that metal warehouse. And then the man that I was seeing was older too. And I didn't see your son there. So I don't even know if that's your grandfather or if it's related to where's Michael. So I don't even know what it's related to, but the man that I was seeing there, he seemed a little older to me, like maybe 70 or something like that. And also I keep seeing, I know, okay, so last night I looked up and watched your news conference where they were saying something about a white vehicle. So what I want to say, and I know it was like some kind of different vehicle, like what, a Honda or something like that, or
Yes, this is the pilot car that they're still looking for that hasn't come forward. And some man that was jogging or walking in shorts or something in a white t-shirt.
I wonder if we have the technology here to kind of get the license plate information the way they did with Cleo and the cell phone data and generate it all together.
Yep, because that's the car they're still looking for to this day.
That's crazy that they haven't found it yet.
There was a man walking that had a shirt on and shorts in like the splash park area, which is in one of my videos. And then the man that was jogging, which they no longer mention. So obviously, I'm going to probably assume the man that was jogging has been cleared.
SUV or something. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I want to acknowledge that because anything, things like that can influence. So anytime I start to see anything similar, I always want to make sure to acknowledge that. But with this guy, I'm seeing a white pickup truck. So that's different than what they saw that could potentially have grabbed Michael. So, oh yeah, and the trailer behind it. So a trailer where you would take horses or cows or something in that kind of trailer, the covered trailer, those kind. Yeah. So that can be pulled behind this guy's pickup truck. So does that sound like your grandfather or not? And it's fine if it doesn't, because that means it might be related to Michael. Oh, that sounds like Michael's living grandfather. Interesting. Okay, so because I'm not getting any like feeling of it being a certain thing or not. But so okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm just gonna like let myself go down. So when I'm quiet, don't worry about it. It's just I'm just waiting for them because I don't fill in the blanks. You know what I mean? I just want to wait and see what they give me. So for some reason, lettuce came into my mind. It's really weird. Iceberg specifically. I could see it. So do you know of any reason why I would see that? That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. But it's anything could be a clue later. Like anything could be a clue later. And then, okay. So if you're recording this, it's fine. But if you're not, then okay, I'm for sure recording my own voice, and I'm hopefully I may be recording yours. I don't know, but then I can email it to you after, and that way you can evaluate, because everything I see is like little clues, you know. It's really weird, and they can show, like if they want to show the name of something, because there really isn't a way to convey that very well. They might say if they wanted to show me a bear street, then they might show me an actual real bear like that. So okay, so I'll just see what else they give me. They keep bringing me back to the older guy. Does he actually have a white pickup truck? Wow.
This
And
car,
you guys know for sure he wouldn't have like taken Michael.
that blue car was also cleared, and the guy that was jogging.
But oh, okay. Okay, now I'm getting a little chills. Okay, because I'm like wondering why would they even show me this guy? Okay, so somehow so that's, yeah, that's all right, because I couldn't tell what's this all about. But yeah, he's hurting real bad. Okay, so does he sometimes wear like a light colored cowboy hat kind of? Yeah, that's him. Yeah. So it's like, and you know what? You know what they might be doing is, and I feel like this because I feel they'll show me by chills on my legs a lot, but they're showing me that it's so I am secure and confident that I'm tuned in, and then you could be kind of confident too that at least I'm receiving correctly, you know, from the spirit. Let's see. It's a little hard for me to let go sometimes because it's like I'll go, I'll start. You got it.
Let me just say something. I don't know if I believe in psychics, don't believe in psychics, but you know, sometimes they do have interesting things to say. And we have done a lot of searching on little Michael. I know I have, digging. And something just might ring a bell, especially with all the Pipeco phone calls and managers and how the system works and where it goes to the Snake River. Oh my gosh. And then when J.D. Huff called, remember?
I do remember.
I was like, "Oh my god, girl, it's a Fruitland, Idaho call," and it was like, "This is J.D. Huff." I was like, "Ew, my goodness gracious!"
It was funny because we were getting ready to call Sheriff Rice, and then Huff called instead.
You know, Sheriff Rice never called us back, and what did we call 2, 3 times?
Yeah, actually.
We're gonna have to call him tomorrow after we speak to Jim's detective. Okay, let's see what this is going on.
Be real passive. I start trying to say, because I'm trying to say, okay, show me Michael, show me Michael. I'm walking up the street, you know, show me what happens and stuff. And I can't do that. I gotta just stop. Because it's like obviously then my mind goes to someone grabbing him or whatever like that. Oh, like just try to focus on, yeah. Oh, because you want to reach and say, I want him now. Oh, I know. It just broke my heart for you watching you on that press conference. Let's see. So I feel like him looking out a window. I feel like him looking out a window and there's a curtain, like the kind of curtain where someone pulls back. So it's like, if there's 2 curtains, you know, where you have the 2 curtains and one's a sheer curtain. So when you want kind of privacy, but you want the light in, and you get the way you pull those curtains back is by like a little oh, but they pull to the side. They pull like that. So I'm seeing him looking out the window. And it's just like, he wants to go play. And we know that's the story. But it's like, that's the feeling I see him looking out the window, and he just sees like all the kids he wants to go play. And I know that that's on the news, but that's just what I'm seeing. Because part of me is like, well, is that where he's now? He's looking out a window somewhere. But you know what I mean? It's like, I have to, it's kind of hard on cases like this for me too, because it's like, I don't want anything bad to happen. But I have to just let go and just see what happens. I do, this is coming into my mind, but I don't want you to, I don't know if, I don't know if I should just say, so there was this guy going around abducting little boys named Wesley Allen Dodd. And he was in Washington State, I think. And for some reason,
What did she say? Abducting what?
Little boys
in Washington State?
You never know.
Reason his name just comes in.
Like it. I'm just gonna say this: if he was not married, I would definitely be marrying Chief Huff. I would say to my boyfriend, I think I have to move to Idaho.
I'm not seeing him doing anything. I'm not seeing anyone grabbing Michael or hurting him or anything. I'm just, the name comes into my mind.
Hey, Leisha.
Wesley, W-E-S-L-E-Y, Allen, A-L-L-A-N, Dodd, D-O.
Kara, the house that they live in is actually owned by Tyler's father. I mean, we've already looked into the records. The mom is absolutely, completely no records, not even a driving record, I think. But I do have a new map of that area from November of 2021. I think it's her little minivan out there. But the grandpa owns the house. The dad, Tyler, really has no record, right, Iconic? I think it was just like an ounce of weed, like
it was something simple.
16 years ago.
Or traffic tickets, one of the two. Something
it was an ounce of marijuana. I remember the charge, but it was like when he was like 18, 19, and now he's in his 30s. So they have no criminal background, and I don't care what anyone says. The mother was at work, and when you look at the pictures of that mother and that little boy, you can tell that she loves that child. The question is, what happened in the 45 minutes? And I don't know if I heard a rumor, but I'm waiting. Hummingbird sent me an article. I'm not going to try to find it. I think Nerdy Addict put it out, and I'm on his Twitter page looking, but I can't find it. Something about they lost a lot of evidence in the Michael Vaughan case. But I will look for it real quick while we're finishing this news conference. Yeah.
How do you just lose it?
I was gonna read it, but I'm waiting for Hummingbird. But I am looking at Nerdy's page as we speak. So let's see.
ODD. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But he was just, I think he finally got caught when he was trying to grab some little boy. And I'm not saying anything. He's tried to grab a little boy out of a movie theater. So I'm seeing the movie theater. See, it's like they could also say something to bring you to another place. And the movie theater. Okay. That they still have showing me the movie theater. So that could be for a reason though. So everything's for a reason. Oh, you're writing? I can send you the recording like as soon as I hang up with you too. You don't have to write unless you feel like it. But because it probably better if you just focus on if you just relax. Because I'm hopefully my phone is recording it, but that doesn't always work. But for sure, so send it to you like the minute we hang up. And yeah, and that way you could also give it to the police or whatever. If we get, you know, information. So it's like I have a feeling of that I'm going right on the busy street. That's just the feeling I have, like I'm gonna take a right on the busy street. And so let's see. So that could be important or maybe not, you know. But that's a feeling I have of yeah, okay. So a feeling of having of it not being like in the neighborhood. And when I say it, I mean where this person takes Michael or whatever. It feels like it goes out to the busy street and takes right. Rather versus than being some neighbor or something. You know what I mean? Okay. And I have really waves of spirit energy on my legs, so I know that that's what they're conveying. And then I feel like, I don't know if there's somewhere down that like freeway or wherever it is, the super busy street. I feel like, I don't know if there's a factory or what the building is that would have like 3 chimneys that have like smoke coming out of them. Do you have any idea of what I'm talking about?
Interesting, because she does say that she knows.
What? It might be like another city. But what? What were you going to say?
I wish we could hear the mom.
Yeah, it would make it a lot easier.
It has chimneys coming out of the roof. Okay, I'm seeing that, and I got chills on my legs about that. I'm seeing that, and do you know if that place has been searched? Okay, because I got super big chills on my legs for some reason. I don't know why. But
Yeah, she says.
And the police searched through the building though.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the other thing. I'm not seeing him in a building. I'm not even getting a feeling of him, Michael in a building. I'm just seeing the building. So it could be that they show that to me for the purpose of just taking us on this journey. You know what I mean? Of confirming things. That could be the reason. Or it could be that it needs to be searched thoroughly in the building too, or something. You know what I mean? I don't know the reason why they show that to me, but it could easily be either way.
Interesting.
So I'll just say they still show me in these they just still are drawing my attention to these chimney things on the roof or whatever. I don't know why they are, but they are. And not brick chimneys. It's almost weird to me, like it seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it. But you work in a factory? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know the answer. I just know, okay, so I know that they bring my attention to this place, right? And I because of just spirit energy when dropped when you said you worked in a factory, I don't think that was it. I think it's to do with you guys all searching this place. And I don't know if that it needs to be searched more and inside or whatever, or if they already did that and they're just acknowledging it. I don't know which it is.
What do you think, Iconic?
I don't know what to think.
Yeah, I wonder if they went through dogs and stuff. But anyway, you can ask them. And again, I'm not saying, I don't have a feeling either way. It's like so neutral, but I was praying also. I was praying before the reading that I wouldn't say anything that would hurt you worse or that would traumatize you worse than you already are. But still, I wouldn't also lie to you or anything like that. When I just say I do have a feeling it's related to the search. I don't know if they're just confirming or if they need to go back and search better inside the building or something like that. I don't know, but it's one of those two. I do know that. Okay, so yeah. So okay, so I'm seeing, yeah, definitely inside though, because I see windows, I see windows. I see those kind of windows that are on factories or whatever that have the lot of little window panes make one big window or whatever like that, on the windows. I'm seeing that. And they're still showing it to me. So there's something about it. And I feel like it's more than one story, right? Yeah, because I feel like I'm on a second story. I feel like I can see that when a window like that has multiple panes that make one window. That's how I feel.
I'm just glad that she doesn't see the irrigation canals.
It could potentially have been what would have been the office for like one of the supervisors, that type of thing. Could be that what they're showing me. And they might just be showing me, like for the police or something like that. So they'll whatever. I don't know why. I can't question why. But that's what I'm seeing. It almost feels like, well, there's a desk, and the desk feels super heavy, like the kind that they used to make in the 50s. And that it's a metal desk.
I wonder how far the nearest building like that is.
Oh, we'll be in Idaho tomorrow.
For like to roll something out, I would just like feel like they need to go to right there and like
She actually says that she knows exactly what Donna was talking about.
Yeah, research, and I'm getting chills on my legs. Like searching that over, and I feel like I can't say the West Side. I'll tell you, I'm wrong every time I'm trying to do that. But I always feel like,
Jessica.
I don't know if the sun comes up from that side, but either way, it feels to me like it used to probably be one of the supervisory offices things, and it feels like there's a desk in there, and it feels like I don't know if he might have been crouching into there. I'm not sure, but I kind of feel like he was hiding, Michael. It feels like he's hiding.
Hiding from what? And how did he wander off to a building like that?
Then, I start to see a person there, but I don't think it'd be good for you, or, for me to even go down that path of like really trying to see anything. You know what I mean? See anything bad.
No.
And also that would not mean that he was deceased either. Like the person could have grabbed him and then took him somewhere else. But it just totally feels like maybe there'd be evidence there, but if he was passed, maybe he'd be there too. I don't know. I'm definitely not seeing him passed. And I just feel like him hiding under the desk.
Who's got little monkey?
I don't know, but I'm already tempted to go looking for where.
I feel like I could see lights of the town or whatever. I feel like I could see lights, like at night when things and the lights are
there. Look at them eyebrows right there, guys. He's so cute.
I don't know. Do you want me to go further, like to see what I see?
It's almost over, like a minute left.
Or do you just want to take that to police? Like I could see what I see and not. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
She wants.
I know for sure they need to go back into that building
to finish because she probably got in her car and drove.
Like where I said, where the supervisor office is.
Right to the building, because I know I would have.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so before you do that, will you text me your email and I will give this and you bring this to the police tomorrow? Because I know this is Idaho, right? I mean, literally, I told them where those children were, those JJ and Tylee. So like they could call the detectives in Rexburg. Okay, they could. Yeah, they could confirm real fast that I'm legitimate and take it real seriously. And then we could talk after that. Like whatever you need, I would do any amount of readings you need. Yeah, text me. We'll hang up and you just text me your email and then I'll send this to you. Okay. Okay. Bye, Brandy.
I am so reaching out to Brandy. Oh, I know. Because we know Brandy was at work. And we have that. It's basically a 45-minute gap. And yes, Kara, the neighbor at the corner does say that Michael used to come out. But on the interview, she says that she did not see him that day. But let me show you guys something cool about the little, not cool, but something interesting happened pretty fast about the little girl missing in San Antonio. They've already got a billboard up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that great? Look at that.
I love it.
Already got up a billboard for the little girl. That was
That's
quick.
a community coming together.
Quick. And there's actually one more thing real quick I just want to look at. That was the police that were actually there at the apartment community. She's so cute. When she went missing, I just want to see what that's about. And then I have to go because, oh, look at that. I'm going with you, Nerdy. I'm going with you. There's actually, what is that? Aw. You know, the man that came up tonight, it was just very interesting to understand about how the kids roamed and did their little thing there.
It puts a lot into perspective from their angle on things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
With the FBI now joining in on the urgent effort. Investigators say
Can you
Lina
hear
was
that?
last seen at a playground
Yes.
near her apartment complex Monday evening. Her mother had been watching her before getting up to leave for a short time. Police say when she got back, Lina was gone.
We have an Amber Alert. We've spoken with DPS, and they've okayed an Amber Alert because of the suspicious nature of the disappearance and the length of time.
Search teams going door to door, checking all 300 units in the complex and the cars in the lot.
We are stopping everyone. Nobody comes or goes without talking to a police officer.
Lina's family are refugees that recently resettled here from Afghanistan. Margaret Constantino works with the refugee community in the area.
We don't know the family really well, but we know who they are. And like any big family with lots and lots of little kids, all of these children are precious to us.
The toddler was last seen wearing a black jacket, red dress, and black shoes.
We are sparing no assets, no resources in trying to find 3-year-old Lina.
For Good Morning America, Mireya Villarreal, Dallas, Texas.
Dallas is kind of far.
Right? And then there was just one more where they were actually, oh, John Bonet. 25 years, wow. I saw something about DNA testing, but I'm going to just show this last thing and then we're going to wrap it up. I think this might have been the one.
Amber Alert is in full effect right now. Well, tonight we spoke
clear as of now, the FBI and police only listing Lina as missing, but an Amber Alert is in full effect right now. Well, tonight we spoke with the father just feet away from where his daughter vanished. The pain and emotion is too real for this father. He fell to the ground when asked what he misses most about his little girl. 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil went missing near this apartment playground Monday night. No one has seen or heard from her since.
No.
The child's father spoke exclusively to KINS 5 through a translator. Ria Sardar Khil says he and his pregnant wife have not eaten or slept since Monday. Police say Lina went missing from this area in the Villas del Cabo apartment complex on Fredericksburg Road. She was outside playing in this area, then the mother couldn't find her. Much of Tuesday, from day to dark, FBI agents and San Antonio police searched apartments looking for the little girl. Here's what the translator said on behalf of Lina's father about today's massive search efforts.
The FBI police are coming here like any moment, and just they are asking us like different questions.
At first, the father thought his daughter could be with another Afghan family, but now that has changed. He believes someone.
Oh my goodness, that is just.
She hasn't eaten in almost 3 days. She's pregnant.
And this
That is horrible. Oh, this is horrible.
And she's missing too. This one from New York. Oh, there's just too many going on. There was one more. Hang on one second, guys. That could have been it, though. I hear you, kid. Uh-oh. That's the monkey. Wants to bite the kitty's face off. Aw, look at picture of Gabby. That's beautiful.
You did a good job.
Look at that.
She would love that, I think.
That might have been it, guys. Nope. Here it is. I knew I saw something dark. One sec. Let me see. Of course, it's not going to share it. Let me just see what this is real quick. Oh. Yeah, last one, guys, and we're going to wrap it up. Let my little iconic go get some sleep. Gonna have a busy day with her company tomorrow.
Probably have a busy day with snow. Oh my goodness.
Live stream. We don't want to live stream. Hang on one sec. One more try. Come on. Her poor dad.
Lysol Laundry Sanitizer mata el 99.9% de las bacterias. Limpio es bueno, sanitizado es mejor.
The search for a missing 3-year-old girl on the northwest side has intensified. San Antonio police have brought in the FBI for help.
They are combing through an apartment complex in the 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road near Blue Mill, looking for any sign of the child. Katrina Weber is in the area with a live report.
Now, Katrina, we know Chief William McManus briefed the media. Was he able to shed any light on what happened?
Yeah, one thing that he did do is to give us a better understanding of the timeline involved. He told us that this little girl disappeared at some point between 5 and 6 last night, but the family did not call SAPD until about 7:15. Now, there has been a police presence here ever since, as you can see from the guards, from the police officers, rather, that are posted outside the front gates of this apartment complex. This search is for 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil. Last seen dressed not too much differently from what you see in the picture. Police say she was wearing a red dress with a black jacket and black shoes and had her hair in a ponytail. Now, Lina is 3 years old, but we're told she's 4 feet tall and about 55 pounds. The chief reiterated what we had been reporting all day, that she disappeared from the playground here at the Villas del Cabo apartments. He says her mother left her there in the presence of some other people, then came back and realized that her daughter was gone. Police have been here since last night, but this morning they brought in the FBI to help. Chief McManus says they're doing everything they can to find her.
We are going door to door in every apartment unit in that complex, and there's just under 300 apartment units. We have officers checking cars going in and going out.
And we've been telling you about those checkpoints since early this morning. Police even checked our car as we exited the apartment complex. Chief McManus says once they are done there at that apartment complex, they will fan out and start searching some other locations in this area. In the meantime, police are asking anyone who has any information on this missing 3-year-old to please give them a call. The number is 210-207-7660. Again, 210-207-7660. Reporting live on the Northwest Side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when I get settled in, and I might have to definitely travel to a couple of places and check things out. But interesting. That was a very, yeah, the mom is pregnant. Yes, Ari, we just watched a video with the dad on the grass. I mean, devastating.
You can feel his heart through the screen.
And yes, Leisha, the man that was up said the mom was like 3 or 4 months pregnant and she's not eating. And considering what he said, it kind of sounds like it would have been somebody outside of that tight connection. So who was watching little kids at the playground? My gosh. Like that little girl, Faye, that got off the bus. And the neighbor got her.
But and I was wondering if there are any other kids as well.
Dulce Maria Alves, New Jersey, Bridgeton, playing at the playground. Boom, she's gone. But I honestly believe in my heart that her father has her in Mexico. But it was interesting. That man had a lot of interesting stuff to say, and I'm sure, like you said, as he learns more, he'll share it with us. What, monkey? You want to go outside? It's time for me to go. My little boss is ready. Who has 7 kids, Benton? No. They have the little girl who's missing and the mom is pregnant.
Yeah, I think he was saying a lot of the families have around that many kids.
Yes.
More like a general statement.
I mean, I'm sure they'll probably eventually have close to 7 kids, but all the kids play together, go to each other's apartments. Like you said, 20 men will be hanging out at night. Yes, I agree, Ari. I totally believe that Dulce is in Mexico. But the crypto letters were actually kind of very intriguing. All right, guys, that's it. Iconic, thank you. We've got the boy in Michigan that I definitely, for some reason, want to look into. This little girl. And there's a lot of them. And who else?
Heidi, Cassidy.
This little girl. And the one in Michigan. And then, of course, we've got Heidi. We've got Cassidy. We've got Mai. Hi, Ezat. He's back.
Thank you for coming up and explaining a lot of that to us. I feel like you gave us a really good perspective.
Thank you, Leisha. Yes, it was great having you, and it was nice to meet you. And we look forward to your updates and coming up and sharing them with us.
Very much.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna look into everything. We're gonna find out everyone who is probably American and lives in that building. We're on it, we're gonna see what's going on in that area and people that been arrested in that county and what they've been arrested for. Don't worry, we're definitely nosy little detectives, all of us. So, with that, guys, stay vigilant, keep your babies safe. Everyone have a Merry Christmas because I doubt I'll be live till after that.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
And if any of you guys see Santa Claus, just make sure you send him to my house. Probably after Christmas, Jessica. Do a couple more lives, and then after the new year, I'll be going to PA, but it's only like an 8-hour drive, so it's not like it's going to be like a week thing.
Only 8 hours.
Feliz Navidad. Monkey, we're going. She's looking at me like, you better get off that damn computer. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Ezat.